My name is Pranav. I am in front of you, all yours for 1 hour, and we'll keep it like this. So first, let's say 30 minutes or something, 30 or 40 minutes, it will be me talking, you listening, and this new normal is very difficult and different, but we are trying to adjust to it. And post that, I will start taking questions. Ma'am, if you can help me with the questions, we can have the further discussions on that. Yeah. So, to make it simple, I'll put it like this. When Apurva, thanks a lot. He chased me to my death to bring me here, and it was really good to connect. So, the first thing is whenever we are in this zone and we are trying to understand the situation. Last 100 plus days are not easy, and it is very different for all of us. We are trying to figure out various things, even the corporate, academia, the general citizen of India, across the world, it is all very different. So I thought, why not talk about resilience, and which is quite a very used, topic in army, but it is not that it is only there. It is with all of us, and how to bounce back. That is one thing I really wanted to discuss, and it is not that me talking. Any questions would be I'd be more than happy to take them. So I take it like that. But with this, if I have to tell you, the course has started and a lot of people are coming and addressing you people. The first thing would be, why are we doing this? Yeah. Why is the reason that still there is a lot of enthusiasm. People come back to academia or to the students and try to give such discourse. And if I have to tell you, the first thing would be the why. And if taking the why from here, if I have to tell you, but I was a small kid. If I remember, maybe it was 7th or 8th grade, and it was a lot of restriction on watching TV then. And Olympics were coming. I'm not very sure which year it was, and the ads of Olympics were too much for me. Yeah? And I heard something there. To be a giant, this has forever been my passion, this desire to be a giant. Not to stand on one's own shoulders, but to have one for a dear friend. For these may be small things, but to be one. Giants rise over fear, they triumph over pain, they push themselves. They inspire others to be a giant, to do giant things, to take giant steps, to move the world forward. It was very strong for me, and this word giant hit me hard there, and I thought that to be a guy, or to at least to be a person who can help others to achieve their dreams, desires, whatever they want to do in life. And I was very young then, though I was a sort of a writer, used to live and smell life very, very closely. And then whatever I did, I started seeing life very closely. And I have few things for you. Of course, I'm not killing you with PPT, so there will be no slides. But few points which I will discuss, I will talk, and I will tell you there is a writer inside. So few things I will bring such anecdotes or some piece of writings in front of you that you can connect. Yeah. So the first question, if we are students or whichever life you plunge in, the first question would be why. And last month somewhere, I'm a keen reader of Times of India, and last month somewhere I read this, and my why was sorted out. So why we do what we do? The first question in your life is the purpose, the why of life. Yeah. And it was very subtly written. I think it was the birthday of Dalai Lama, and somewhere in the speaking tree it was written, the purpose of life is to be happy. It was so simple. It was so simple, so deep, and so thought-provoking. It was so intense. I could not finish it in the first book. I forgot it to go through it. But this was lingering long in my head, and one day I chased the newspaper and I ensured that I go through it. Now this I am telling you today in this discourse is the purpose of the life is to be happy and make others happy. Remember this. The second line is also so important. The focus should also be there, just not my happiness, it is our happiness together. Because if all of us are not happy, we cannot be happy on our own. Human beings are social animals, and it is the way we are, right? So it was so subtly written. If you go quite deep, there is lots to understand, and there is lots to deliberate on it. Yeah, but I will make it simple. And the next is, if we know the purpose, then how to decide to be or not to be. Yeah, the choices of life, the decision making, which I put it simply there. Then comes, it is very difficult to be or not to be. It is a big question. All of us are today connected here. There was a choice: shall we not? You people have joined one of the prestigious colleges of India, Symbiosis. There was a choice: should you or should you not? Right? In this scenario, where last 100 days we are completely locked and things are not the way it should be, there's always a choice what should do. But always remember, guys, and this I use it many times in my life: if you have no choices, just hang on them. Yeah. So first I will talk on the decision making, and then I will talk on the hanging on their part. So the decision making, if I have to tell you, and as being a writer, being a keen reader, again, childhood, I was educated by good teachers, taught by them. So the first thing comes, Robert Frost: two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Quite heavy, small kid, third, fourth grade, and I was really lost in these lines till the time I was about to join army. For all of us, and I remember Symbiosis, all due respect and honor to all the B grade, B schools, the tier 1, tier 2s, because somewhere in 2003-4, I was in this mechanism of writing all the tests to enter the college. But army happened to me before that, and I was clean bowled. I was just behind it. So though I wrote the test, but I don't think when I wrote the test, few of them I started, CAT got delayed, and I did not even finish it. The army results came first, and just I joined. So there it was, if you remember, I don't know, most of you are from Pune or that area, because the college is there, if I have to put it lightly, and if we all understand Hindi. So there was a song again I was maybe second grade or third grade, I don't remember correctly. There was a movie called Qayamat Se Qayamat Tak, and there was a song, Papa kehte hain bara naam karega, beta hamara aisa kaam karega. These things our life is so filmy, it is so affected by the things. And these words were lingering long in my mind when the first time I was entering Officers Training Academy, Chennai, to enter army. And we had a choice: shall we? Yeah. Gave 6 years to the country with God's grace. It was beautiful. The experience was splendid. I stressed myself to the much I can, but I learned this art of decision making. And there are sometimes right decisions, wrong decisions. Decisions here can be so different that lives of people are dependent on that. Lives of people, when I say someone can lose his life, the lives can be lost. Yeah, India can lose a portion of the land if the right decisions are not done. And one beautiful thing I learned there in the art of decision making was fearlessness. Yeah, so it is simple. No, it is simple, but it is so tough. Right? There is a movie, I don't know if most of you have seen. It is called I forgot the name. I completely lost it. In which there is a fight between two tribes, and the wise man of the tribe says that it is chasing you. It will come to chase you, but don't be fearful. It is inside you. Take it out, right? So if we say there is an African proverb, if there is no enemy within, the enemy outside can do no harm. So, but the thing is, it is not a fearlessness. It is not that absence of fear. It is, yes, you are fearful. You have to go through it. Yeah. So if I have to tell you specifically in decision making in life, anywhere, it will be tough. It will be not easy, and there will be sometimes, we call it, in corporate we mention these things as benchmarking. See what others do, yeah? and many times there is no benchmarking, right? You have to take a decision which is completely not taken ever in your life, right? And it is only you know what you are doing inside it, right? So there first, ladies and gentlemen, I have to tell you, think all the pros and cons, and just go with your, with your gut feeling will tell, right? Decisions are also, and many people, you'll be challenged, there'll be a lot of critiques will be telling you, but you put yourself, you be the best judge of the decisions in your life and stand by it. Yeah. There is also something called fickle-mindedness, where you take something and you float in there. Yeah. But remember, you have to be strong. Yeah. Many times when taking the decision, you will lose it. Yeah. And there will be a lot of criticisms which will follow. People will challenge you. They will be completely pinning you down, right? It is really tough. But the fact is, the only, I will say rather, faith, right, in the true self, why you do this. Yeah. And be responsible for the that decision. It is very easy when we decide, I never wanted to do this, but ma'am told me, or father told me, or brother told me, or the friend told me, and that is why I did this. That is wrong. That cannot make the strong self. Okay, sometimes we win and we lose some. So remember, you are dependent on your decisions. Okay. Now, to make it light, quite a Saturday, morning or afternoon, and I know I have taken the prime time from it, though I know that nothing much. But one thing which will hit you, and with all due respect and honor, with the faculty members who are here, I'll touch that topic, which is romance or love also in life, and it is the right age when it will come to your life, and lot of pinks and blues in life will come. Life will be beautiful, and also someone said the beautiful thing about love is, the greatest thing about love is to be in love and to get love and give love in return. Yeah. So this will come to all of us. But something which you guys have not faced till now, or maybe few of us would have faced it, but I don't know how strongly. Though we have our entire persona defined, somewhere closed, that black dark secrets inside. But one thing which will not has come to you guys very strongly is something called rejection. Yeah. And generally, if I have to tell you, this is a phase when the first time you will have something called being rejected, right? And this is the age for that, yeah, to love and get rejected. So I'll read something. It is not written by me. I will take some time, with all due respect and honor. It is in Hindi, and I think I will add some spice to our listening or learning today. It was written by one of my friend, very dear friend. Then he was a lieutenant, Ravi Yuvraj Panthi, very good guy, excellent guy. Currently, he's working. He's also out from army. He's working in an IT sector as an HR only. And I'll request a little bit of your attention here on the flow of the words. Beautifully is written. Wheresoever you cannot understand, let me know. In the case, if you can message me. So this is a nazm which is called Filter, and it is dedicated to all those lovebirds who are here, or maybe the lovebirds in making who would be here. And we cannot deny it. We all will be loving sometime in our life. So it is called Filter. Yes. And it reads like this. वो एक वक्त पर एक ही सिगरेट जलाया करती थी, जिसे हम दोनों बारी बारी शेयर करके पिया करते थे। उसका मानना था कि ऐसा करने से रिश्ते गहराते हैं और पैसे भी बच जाते हैं। फिर अपने हिस्से के कश लगाकर वो अपना हाथ बढ़ाती थी, मुझे सिगरेट थमाती थी। फिल्टर पर उसके लिपस्टिक के निशान रह जाते थे, और जब पीने को सिगरेट मैं अपने होठों से लगाता था, तब उसके होठों को मश टच कर लेता था। मैं कश दर कश उसे अपने भीतर भर लेता था। फिर उस रात जब 2:30 बजे उसने चुपके से मुझे छत पर बुलाया था, तब भी उसने सिगरेट को सुलगाया था। उस रात जब भी उसने कश भरा था, तब जगमगाती सिगरेट की लौ में मुझे उसका चेहरा दिखा था। उस रात कई बार चांद निकला था। सिगरेट उसके हाथों में वक्त की मानिंद तरह टाइप लगती थी, कुछ राख, कुछ सुलगती हुई तो कुछ सुलगने को बाकी। फिर जल्द ही माजी आज और कल जाते थे फिसल उसके उंगलियों के बीच से, और बाकी रह जाता था फकत एक फिल्टर, ओनली एक फिल्टर। किसी गुज़िश्ता वक्त की याद की तरह हमारा रिश्ता भी जल्दी आ पहुंचा फिल्टर तक, और बचा खुचा ज़रा सा वक्त जो उस पर अब भी सुलग रहा था, उसे भी उसने रगड़ कर खाक में बुझा दिया था। उसके जाने के बाद उठाकर वो फिल्टर बीच खाक से मैंने पास अपने रख लिया था। आज भी अक्सर उस फिल्टर पर खाक और गर्द के परत के दरमियान मिल जाते हैं उसकी लिपस्टिक के निशान। I thought that shall I recite this or not, but we all are mature enough, and I think we are it is quite beautiful, well written. Why I read, I'm telling you, it will happen to all of us, and God bless you if it is there for you. You'll be blessed with the love, or not. Then the first time you will feel something called rejection, yeah, and the different ways to tackle it. We all are mature enough. Few of us will start drinking. Few of us will start crying. It will be a very hollow feeling inside us. And when we were discussing, we were small kids, well, not say small kids, we are almost the age of most of you in academy when he wrote this, and we were discussing about how beautifully he is written. And we're trying to figure it out, what is the issue. Maybe he was thinking about something, but it happens in everyone's life. So let's be very, very clear and calm on that. But what I'm telling you, this rejection you will feel for the first time. Now, what I told you for fear, the same thing applies for rejection. It will be painful. It will be very, very stressful. But the only solution to this is you have to undergo that. Yeah, that is number one. Number two, after we are doing our MBA, and post, of course, it ends with a job, right? And the next thing will be, maybe an HR like me will come to the college, of course, they will come once these things are over. It will be not a digital way, it will be a physical way, because HR has to see a lot of things, to assess an input. And then maybe few of you will be rejected from those interviews. So the second thing which life will throw for you will be again a rejection here. And it will be again painful, it will be again stressful, it will be you feeling like non-existent in the world. You will feel like, yeah. So again I tell you, you have to go through it. I'm telling you, in all the toughs of life, when it is heavy, right, it is not working out. And there's a beautiful thing, one of my boss used to say, just now hang on there. Just be there, hanging on. I'm parking myself. Yeah. And enjoy this thing of being rejected. Someone will tell you, you are the biggest mistake of my life. Yeah, you will be remembered like that. Yeah. And then you'll be chasing the Facebooks and the WhatsApps and the Instagrams and trying to feel the person. The person will not be available. They will say you were the biggest mistake of my life. I don't know how we were in the relationship or whatever it is. Yeah, but you have to go through it, and you have to live with it. It doesn't say that you get over it. It doesn't happen. Just doesn't happen. So what I'm telling you, the thing of being rejected, you will have to feel it, you have to take it, and till the time you take it, you cannot develop your life further. And you will have to live with your life with that bitterness. That will every time will be there, lingering long in your head, in your mind, and it will be making you feel smaller every time. But the only solution is, that is the way life is. We say life is so justified, right? And we start searching for that. I was reading a book. I was reading that book for 10 years. It was so heavy a book for me. Maybe some of you can check it. It is called The Flow. And someone gifted me, and every time, the problem with the book is it was written in Russian, and then it was converted, translated into English. Now it was so heavy. Whenever I used to read it, maybe I used to finish 2, 3, 4, pages, and I used to be in a complete set of anonymity, nothingness, and I used to go back and read again those paragraphs once again, and I continued doing it. So I almost 10 years went by. I could not finish the book till the time a lot of people who knew me were telling that, Pranav, have you finished that book, Flow? And I used to tell them, no, I'm still in the process of reading it. I have not completed it. But this last year, we have holidays after Christmas. Yeah, I remember the name of that movie. It is called Apocalypto. If most of you have seen it, if not seen it, please go and watch. Very beautiful movie, very well directed. So this year, 2019, when I was almost finished the book, and I just paused. Honestly, I paused my life. I went into nothingness, and I lingered long on the subject for quite a lot of time, quite a bit. And it starts with a beautiful thing. It says we have brought, the sense of pattern in the world, but actually the world is a chaos. There is no pattern. I'm just putting the perspective. Okay, don't make your ideologies around it. And this is a very, very different way of thinking. We start, sort of, pattern building in our life. And the beauty about human animal is human mind. The psychology, what we learn. Human mind only understands pattern. It has got nothing to do with nothing. If you give the body the food, let's say at lunch you have it at 12 o'clock, the next day it happens, I forgot the principle, so we were taught in school day something, and then it will ask the food at every 12. So it is a continuum. They want the continuity. And if you go chemically, there is a secretion of a hormone which is called dopamine, which wants. So today we are feeling hungry. We had food, and we had great food, and we felt completely contented, but we want it again, and then we want it again, and then it has to continue. Right? When the COVID started happening somewhere in March, when the things were completely stressful, everyone was stocking things in their houses because they want that continuum to happen. Yeah, and that is the reason we keep on chasing this continuum throughout our life, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop till the time you know that it is only playing the patterns with you. And you have to be disruptive in the case if you want to change anything, to change the pattern. Very easy said, very difficult done. Yeah. Taking it further from there, we were talking about the tough times, and we are talking about the hanging on there part. And then one thing remember, in life is it is a journey, it is a flow, right, and it continues, right. So if you have, generally we have some things like, let's take example of all of you to going to the top B school, and you are there, fine. And then would be to of course study well and get a job. All of you will get it. I'm telling you, within it takes just 1 or 2 years here and there to get the best job of your life, the thing which you wanted to do, and you are doing it. Yeah. But always remember, the fact is when you get it, when you quantify such things in life, many people I've seen, right? So get the best marks and they will define it. 97, 98, okay, fine. You got it. Then what? Okay, get to the best college. Okay, fine. Then what? Then get the best job. Then what? Then and best job means the best materialistic, quantify. Yeah. Then okay, buy a the best, let's say Mercedes by 40. And by the way, you don't buy a Mercedes, you gift yourself a Mercedes. Yeah. And then what happened? It continues. Yeah. Then a house. Then whatever. I don't know if you guys have read a book called The Fountainhead. Again, a very, very deep book and quite scary also. It's quite fat. Go through it. It is the right time to read it. I also read it, quite late in my life, and it shows a very different genesis of two different perspectives. A choice is yours. If you don't live something as a journey, and if you quantify such things, if those things doesn't happen, you will be living your life with bitterness. You will be living your life as a loser. You will be living a life as nothing accomplished. Rather, life should be celebrated and lived as it goes. Yeah. So this, if I have to just tell you here, and one thing remember, like guys, which is very close to me. No one can So in the beginning I started this as take responsibility. Yeah, take full control of your life, full charge of your life. Your life is not defined by anyone else. Yeah, and the next thing is, it's not over till the time you win. Till the time you define. And last month, or there was a situation about the suicide and a lot of hue and cry. I don't want to comment on that, but I'm telling you, you will go through the tough time in life. I don't say that it was right, wrong, whatever it was. It will be coming like so deep and on your face. The choice is again yours. You succumb, you say I quit, and it's over. Or we are born warriors, and this is what I was taught. I was seeing this very closely in the entire life. Till the time you quit, it is not over. Yeah, you don't give up, and people will celebrate this warriorship inside you. Yeah, so this is very important thing which I have to tell you, that in the case, of course, it will not be so easy. It will not be available, served in the platter. Things will turn very difficult, but always the choice is yours. You want to carry on or you want to quit in between. You have your whatever things in your mind, and I'm telling you, make them. The purposes has to be made as a journey. If you see, and you would be taught in the organizational behavior and OD interventions, what we learn is, any company makes a vision for the company, and that is a quite costly intervention. It is always a journey. It is not in terms of some numbers. Numbers can be some objectives. Vision is carries on throughout. So this is the right time, in the case you have not made it the purpose of your life. I have told you the why. The why is to be happy, and to make people around you happy, and to make the world happy. But you have to define the purpose also. How you will be doing it. How will you will be doing that why? The purpose. That you have to search for your own self. Yeah? And there will be high times, low times. How do we continue? Yeah. So this is, I thought I should tell you. And one word I read in ontological, in IM again, it was a beautiful word, coined by one of the senior professors, like ma'am was gracious enough to put few words in right perspective. And she told me one word, it was so deep, and I really lived with that word for some time. It was called ontological guilt. A guilt is a guilt. And ontological is, if you think that maybe if I have done this, maybe if I have done that, you don't give all the options, you don't bury inside in case if you are about to take a decision or you want to do that. That maybe things should not happen, should not stick in your life. It's okay to try everything which your body, your mind, which your existence can give. And still if you fail, take it. Maybe the life is teaching you in some way or other. And it's not over till the time you quit. Right? So that is also quite a thing, and never in your life carry that ontological guilt. It carries on, it chases the biggest mistakes of my life. Yeah, it will continue like that. And again, I want to put some more words here. Again, the same guy, Robert Frost, and he ends the poem with, the woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. It carries on, gentlemen, ladies. It is completely, a journey. Yeah. And when we all are connected together today, and someone will teach you, maybe if you're not taught Maslow's law, right? So the basic need, the physical need, and all. It ends with self-actualization, knowing thyself. And there's one more thing which is added beyond it, which is called transcendence. Remember, if you have become something in life, you have to make others many like you. Yeah, and that is the reason. If you know that today is a world of entrepreneurship, right? And you have your angel investors. They have done great things in life. Why do you think they mentor you? Why do you think they invest in your ideas? Right? Because the thing is, they want to create many like them. They have money. Money is not a big game, I'm telling you. It will come to all of us. It comes in its own ways. The much you give in, the hard work, it will come. But the thing is, whenever you reach at some position, always remember you have to give it back. Yeah, and it happens sometimes. When give back, it will and give back give back without expectations. Um, uh, Something about mentor and coach also, we get aligned, and we get so expectant. I'll tell you about my thing. And I had a mentor or coach, you can say. He's no more. Colonel Sangram Singh Shortchak. He taught me how to run. I was one of the worst runners in the academy. In the entire life I never ran. An entire army, our training is like that. You have to run. The first time I still remember, I was running 1.6 kilometers in the academy. And I was the second last person and I was trying my level best not to lose to a guy currently who is also left army now and is working with Amazon, doing quite good. So I was trying my level best to, I should not be the last guy. And when it was over, okay, I was panting, I was completely, over, I was exhausted like poor. I never ran in my life, I only ran to catch some buses, in my college days. So that guy, he was a huge guy. If you can visit my Insta, handle, and you can see it, or maybe somewhere I keep on posting about it, some stories. Generally, I mention him wherever. So he's a para commander, big guy, of course, from elite forces. So he came to me and he came smiling, and he always used to keep smiling. The beautiful thing about the great guys are they have good smiles. So he came smiling and he told me, Pranav, you are a bullshit runner. Do you know that? I told, yes, yes, sir, I know it is a proof. It tells me, okay, let's do something. Today evening, we'll start the training. I told, okay, well, it was too tough, but I told, okay, fine, I cannot tell him no, I was just a youngster. And my God, the evening started. And he took both of us, the guy who was second, me the second last, and the guy who was last. And he told us to do the camel carry. Camel carry is you have to carry the guy over your head, over your shoulders. And man, he was almost the same. We both would be about 80 kgs or 70 kgs for that matter then. And you have a 70 kg guy sitting on you, and how, you cannot run, of course. You will just start walking, and after 5-10 steps, you will put him down. And then he was not being arrogant or something. Like, okay, no, you have to carry on. And that day we did the same 1.6 kilometers, one over the other. 1.6 kilometers with 70 plus 70 kg. And then he tells me that, okay, Pranav, is it fun now? And the next day onwards, we start running with a pack of 20 kgs with him for 10 kilometers an hour. And that guy taught me. And the beautiful thing about running and life, when I say entire life you keep on running, is you have to, and someone taught me this, that Pranav, and of course not someone, it was he and then later one more friend of mine, a very close friend of mine. So it was in any such activity where you have to get the stamina, and remember this in your life, is when the life goes tough and it is not easy, then just keep on breathing. Just keep on breathing. And this gentleman told me a simple thing, Pranav, it is all mental. You win it in the mind, you will do it physically. It is a huge thing. The entire training, if I have to tell you, and that is what we army guys have a lot of pride in ourselves. The training makes you like that. Today, it's not only army guys. You guys are being trained by the most elite professors of the world. Today when you sit there in Simbi, international business, it is not a new course, and I've seen them doing quite a big brand now. Of course, I have a lot of regards to all of you. Maybe someday, if allows, I will love to visit your campus and meet all of you in person. So the thing is, if you keep on breathing, if you keep on going forward, it adds to it. And that's how the training does. You live it closely. You fail, and you learn from it, and you do it again. And you fail again, and you learn from it, and do it again. Don't give up. Yeah? And this thing makes you a different human being altogether. And someone says a word called perseverance. It is a beautiful word. Yeah? And it goes one after one, after one, after one, the small baby steps, it continues, and one day you will see the life has changed. The life has changed completely. Yeah? So this is very important to understand from whichever walks of life we come. Ages have gone by, nothing changes. Yeah? And I'll tell you one more story. This is I know somewhere in 360 pieces. Few of you would have heard it also. Somewhere in currently the Pakistan, there were two guys standing. One is our Alexander. He's standing down, and there's a guy which was called a gymnosophist, a Jain saint, who's standing at a boulder on a boulder a little bit up, and both are seeing each other. And suddenly Alexander asks him that, "Why are you standing? What are you doing here?" That gentleman says, the gymnosophist, "I'm experiencing nothingness." And Alexander starts smiling, rather laughing. And the gymnosophist asks Alexander, "What are you?" And Alexander says, "I am in my pursuit to win the entire world." And then gymnosophist also gives him a big smile, smirk, and both of them are into laughter. Now this theory was studied, this entire philosophy was studied. And the thing was why they laugh. And we generally do that, all of us are doing that now. We judge each other. And we say that your achievement or your state is bullshit and my state is better. But the other person is also feeling the same thing. Yeah. So why Alexander laughed is their culture is that. The Greek culture is you have only one life. And their lives are full of heroes. Achilles, a guy who stands in one army, the army wins. And he goes against, the army fails, loses. Yeah. And they cross, when they die, they cross, and that is what their mothers, fathers, someone was asking me someday how culture is made, and I told simple, you have to create heroes, you have to create stories about the heroes, and you make a culture. And the same culture has been taught to them in Greece. That you have only one life, make the best of it. So that was his psychology, his upbringing, his thinking. And for gymnosophists, who come from this part of the world, the eastern part of the world, where we see that we have many lives. It is not the only one. And even if you fail here, you will have one more. But the thing is, and even if you achieve, that guy was on the mission to win the entire world, and even if you win, so what? There's in the center of the world there was a sort of a mythical mountain which was called Meru Parvat, where and we were taught this story that when the Bharat, the one whose name Bharat is being made, he went there with his flag that I have won the entire world, and put his flag there. He saw there are many other flags, and many people have already done this. So what? Even if you are on a mission to win the entire world, what a waste of time. So Alexander is thinking, what a life, you are experiencing nothingness, and he is thinking that what a life, even if you get the entire world, win the entire world, so what? And we keep on doing this. We keep on doing this time and again, and we feel our life is better and your life is nonsense. But let me tell you one thing, every life is better or worse in their own ways. Everyone has got trudges and toils and success and failures in their own ways. Whenever if lives come to you, touch them with a little bit of care, if not anything. Right? And if anything, if you want to do, if you attain to the level where you can, do something for them. These things will continue. It is not for any selfish thing or any intention behind it. Sometimes you just do something for the heck of it. And I'm telling you, you will feel great. You will be feeling great about it. So from where I started, if you remember, be happy and make people happy. That is the crux, and that is the purpose of life. So I'm done, ladies and gentlemen. I thought that I'll make it simple. Touch small things. The questions I saw which you people have given, it was quite great. It was beautiful. And maybe if you want me to answer them now, maybe I can take them. That's all from my side. Thanks a lot. And if any questions, I will be more than happy to take.